Will Robert Whittaker stop the hype train of Khamzat Chimaev? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
I think this is a tough matchup for Khamzat Chimaev. You know, obviously, we saw what happened with Gilbert Burns. Had a very hard time taking down Gilbert Burns. Robert Whittaker, I do believe, has some of the best takedown defense in the UFC. I mean, you saw it against Yoel Romero. I mean, they went 10 rounds with each other. And against somebody with as good as striking as Whittaker, very difficult to take down. And he's got great striking and good cardio. I think it's a tough fight for Khamzat Chimaev. I'm leaning towards my man, Robert Whittaker.
Oh, I got Whittaker winning that one.
I'm going to go Rob. I think he's able to find the stoppage in the second round. I think Khamzat, after the first round, he slows down drastically. And I don't think he has the footwork to weather the storm without being able to get a bunch of takedowns. We've already seen Rob knows how to wrestle, at least defensively. We saw that against Yoel Romero like twice. We saw 10 rounds of him sprawling and all that. So I believe in his defensive wrestling. I think he gets out of the first round and he's able to find the finish on the feet.
Oh yeah, that's another interesting fight. Is that on my card? That's on my card?
That is on your card, yes.
Wow. That's man. I'm gonna go Khamzat Chimaev.
You know, I think Whittaker, because he's been a lot more active. You never know what version of Khamzat you're gonna get. I feel like if he's gonna make it there, and I don't know. I'm pulling for Whittaker in that one.
That's a tough one, man. I'm a huge fan of Robert Whittaker, and Khamzat Chimaev is really good. I think I'm going to go Whittaker on this one. Just because Khamzat hasn't really had that, he hasn't been that busy, and I think that makes a difference being in there often versus being in there once a year. Sometimes when you're in there once in a while, you feel like you need to like rush things and get this done, and versus just going with the flow and winning the whole fight. And so I think they're both great fighters. I think they both could win, but I think Mr. Whittaker's going to get it done.
Whittaker. I think Khamzat's shown that his gas tank isn't there, and then I think Robert's going to capitalize.
I think Robert's got it. You know, it's going to be a tough fight for sure, but I think, Khamzat looks a little more human.
I want Whittaker to win.
Does he win, though, do you think? Because Chimaev's a good test for him, right? But then Chimaev hasn't fought the ranked middleweight either, so.
Yeah, it depends the way he fights, man. I mean, is he going to get it down?
I don't know.
I mean, he has to get it down to win.
So do you think that happens, though? Do you think Chimaev can get him out, or do you think Whittaker survives and then he wins a decision or gets a late finish?
I'm going to say he takes him down.
I love Whittaker. Instantly going with that. I just like his persona. I love his style. And I'm going to go with Whittaker on that one.
Yeah, I just feel like Rob is a different type of dog. And I know that Chimaev is super tough and all those things, but I feel like Rob is that type of guy for a guy like Chimaev. You know what I'm saying? Chimaev is very tough, very durable, has a lot of, and very explosive, you know. But Rob is all those things too. And he really does a good job of mitigating and minimizing guys who do that really well. So, you know, I definitely think Robert Whittaker is going to get that done. But I wouldn't be surprised if Chimaev goes out there and does his thing. You know, guy's a beast.
Yeah, it's an awesome fight. I know we're gonna see how Chimaev gonna do against Whittaker. Huge statistics on the takedown defense. It's gonna be hard, and he has a really good distance. I love Whittaker's game. You know, I'm gonna go with him because I want him to win. But it's a really, really dangerous fight for sure. It'll be an awesome fight to watch.
Do you think he wins, though? I think people feel if the fight goes a bit longer than the first or second round that Whittaker's got a good chance. Who do you think will win the fight?
I go with Whittaker. Whittaker, especially with his last performance. You know, he got a really good guy, and he just finished right away. He's been doing good, and I go with him.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess we got to see how committed Khamzat is. You know, I feel like he's always been like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out recently, just with his health and whatnot. But I think, you know, I like Whittaker. I've always liked Whittaker. I'm hoping he gets it done.
Do you think he gets it done though?
You're always asking the hard-hitting questions.
That's why I'm here, man. I'm got to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I think he gets it done.
Oh man, that's I think I'm gonna go with Bobby Knuckles.
Man, let me tell you something. You know, it's funny now. I'm on the same roster with one of my favorite UFC fighters, which is Khamzat Chimaev. I love watching Chimaev. I had the beautiful honor when my teammate Trevor fought in Abu Dhabi last year to see him when he fought in person against Kamaru Usman. So that was really fun to see that. I'm going with Chimaev, man. You know, that's one of my favorite guys to watch. And I really believe that Chimaev can go out there and handle business. Now, it's a 5-round fight. I give Chimaev 2 rounds. But he's a sprinter. The thing is about Chimaev, he's a sprinter. And when Chimaev sprints, it's hard to hold him off. Now, I heard that he's got a good camp, and I think him maybe going to 85 could potentially help his cardio out. I don't think Whittaker is good at wrestling, but when it hits the mat, and I believe Whittaker is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, I believe. But Chimaev on the mat, I feel, is much better than Whittaker is. Like, I feel like he's going to be able to take him down, but the controlling on the mat is where I think he's going to play dividends. Like, some people might think, oh, Whittaker can get up. He can, but I think Chimaev is that good on top with his top pressure to not allow that to happen. And I know it ain't the same Whittaker that fought Dricus, but when I saw him fight against Dricus was able to control him there. And I just don't think, it's hard for me to see Dricus do what he did to Whittaker and not see Chimaev be able to do something similar.